if I'm going into a workshop where I know there's going to be big differences of opinion, where I know the conversation's going to be a bit tough and people are going to take sides one way or another, I like to address that idea, bring that elephant into the room early by doing a couple of continuum activities. So, what I do is I invite participants to imagine that there is a continuum running through the room that represents how much they like blue cheese. I mean, is there anything more polarizing than blue cheese? And I invite them to jump up and stand on the continuum based on their preference. At one end of the continuum is, I love it. I can't get enough of it. Like, give me the blue stuff. And at the other end of the continuum is, oh my goodness, I can't even stand the sight of it, much less the smell of it. People jump up, place themselves on the continuum based on how much they like the stinky blue stuff. And then I invite them to turn to their neighbours, introduce themselves, and share what it is that they love or don't love about the blue cheese. I then repeat the process 2 or 3 times with other stuff. So it might be red wine, it might be dark chocolate, it might be Marmite if we're down under, but things that I know people have a real preference for. And then I ask people what they notice. What normally happens is they notice that they weren't standing by the same people every time. And what that says to us is that we might agree with some people some of the time about some of the things, but we're unlikely to agree with all of the people all of the time about all of the things. And so as we move into this next conversation, which is going to be a bit tricky, remember this is just one point of difference between us. It doesn't mean that people are ignorant, stupid, stubborn, or evil. It just means on this point, for this thing, in this context, we might have a different perspective or belief. And instead of getting mad or mean about it, how about leaning in and getting curious? Blue cheese, red wine, dark chocolate, Marmite, and then the stuff that matters.